Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Saturday Boys, where every day is a Saturday. Come hang out with us as we chat about video games, music, movies, and whatever else we feel like, all over nice cold drinks. My name is Nick, and I'm joined by Anthony.
Hey.
And Brandon.
Hey.
And then what are we drinking today? Let's start off with the bevs. I'm excited for this one. It looks delicious.
Today we're drinking a Lynchburg lemonade.
Ooh.
Shane actually showed me this one earlier this week. The reason I wanted to do it for this episode, we're doing Slipknot, by the way. We're in our little spooky month, and we figured this was like kind of a scary band or whatever.
Yeah, it's more of
not really, but like like it kind of fits.
Scary,
in
yeah.
the realm
It's
of,
a band your mom
October.
wouldn't want you to listen to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your mom
like,
hates Slipknot.
Yeah, like we could have
Dead Space
done
2 thing.
Ice Nine Kills or something like that, but like this just felt more right. But yeah, no, they have their own whiskey, so I wanted to do like a whiskey
Wixie? A whiskey beverage. A whiskey beverage.
a whiskey mixed beverage. Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Seuss. But yeah, so this one is you take a shot of Jack, a shot of triple sec, hit it with the sweet and sour, and then you top it with Sprite.
And you just kind of free-eyed the sweet and sour.
Yeah,
and
just
Sprite.
free-balled the sweet and sour.
Yeah, I'm about to say free, but
I heard you go in there, so I figured I'd take it all the way. Just like my balls in the
you I was like, there's another joke there, but and you just kept on going with it.
Nope.
Too good. All right.
All right,
Cheers,
let's try it.
boys.
Cheers. Hey.
Hey, give it up.
Hopefully I made it decent. It was good the other night when I had it.
Nice.
Still good for me. I mean, if it's good for...
Ooh, it was good for me as well.
It was good
like
for me.
that.
Was it good for you?
Jesus.
That is a delicious, refreshing beverage. It looks like it is lemonade. I mean,
It's like lemonade and Mountain Dew.
we were joking that like sweet and sour smells like lemonade without the sugar and carbonation. So you add Sprite into it, which is sugar and carbonation.
And even more lemon lime. So it's just like,
Right.
it literally is just a...
The whiskey
you
still
have-
does come through though.
The
It
whiskey
does.
comes through, and I like that.
It
It's
just
like a
sits
nice
right there at the
bite.
back. I'm just like chilling.
But the triple sec adds a little bit to the oranginess of it because the sweet and sour and the
Sprite.
Sprite, yes, thank you. Holy brain farts.
Sweet and sour and the zoom.
They were both lemon lime compared to the triple sec having that orange bite to it.
Yeah, you can taste it all. It's good. I like
Very good.
I'm glad you approve.
Yeah, you said you couldn't end up finding their whiskey, right? Because
No.
what was it called? Do you remember? It's like something
Number 9. Number
Yeah.
9.
Doesn't nowhere sells it around here. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed. You have to order it online. It's like $45 a bottle.
Whew.
They were selling it when we saw them at...
Yeah, that's
yeah.
also another big reason why we wanted to do Slipknot as a
Yeah.
band. Is you guys were able to see them. So
We
we're
did.
like, hey, we're planning out the next month's episodes. Like they were going to big fest where Slipknot was going to play. So it's like, hey, let's do that, and you get to talk about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's start off with that Incarceration Fest. We'll just start off with the road trip. Actually, let's do the news first, and then we'll start off with Incarceration Fest
This week,
Yeah.
we're gonna call it the Noose.
You better have a new soundbite for that. I'm excited. Just kidding. I'm
Just
joking.
because Slipknot, fine, that's
Slipknot.
Noose,
Captain
Noose.
Dynamite.
Halloween, spookies, Noose.
Don't walk my way.
Well,
Stuck
the
in that
article I
voice.
found's a little spooky.
My article's not spooky at all.
Mine's not either.
Well, I mean, a little spooky. I will just start with mine because I said it. It's this is from NPR, so I
nice.
really hope it's credible. It's a ninja with a sword assailed a U.S. Army Special Operations Unit in California.
Excuse me?
It seems unlikely, but it did indeed happen. A man wearing full ninja garb attacked members of the U.S. Army Special Operations Unit in the middle of the night in the California desert.
Brutal.
Why?
The incident occurred a little after 1 a.m. September 18th in just north of L.A. Said the suspect had assaulted a victim at the scene with a sword and thrown a rock through a hangar window, hitting another victim in the head.
Jeez.
Dude, this the reason why I say I hope this is true is it's like that was like paragraph like section 1. The section 2 is the attack came without a warning, and it's like this is like the victims. It talks about the people who got and the guy said, "Do you know who I am? You know your family." It sounds like
What?
really like it's weird. It's a whole like drama story. The ninja did not obey deputies' orders. Like this is a whole like roller
he's a
coaster
ninja.
from the beginning to the end.
Is he a real ninja, or is he just a guy pretending to be a ninja?
So, all right.
Who's
Police
the
officers
accrediting body
located
for
a
that?
ninja suspect on a nearby road. I guess he ran away. I skipped the middle of the story, but the man refused to follow commands and brandished swords at deputies.
Wow.
Projectile rounds were used, but they were ineffective. The dude's a ninja. He must have been dodging them.
What the?
So they finally got tasered him where he dropped the sword. And just dude, 35, attempted homicide with a deadly weapon.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it.
So he got arrested for it. And they don't say anything about why this ninja decided to assault an army base. But yeah.
What the hell?
Okay.
So a little spoopy. Who knew we'd be covering ninja attacks in the year of our Lord 2021?
I didn't.
Ninjas.
But yeah, you never know when they're going to come and
You trying to
attack.
get a sneak peek on that?
But funny enough, is it said he was wearing full ninja garb. He's not a real ninja.
I figured
I've been lied
Ninjas
to.
wear blue, or they don't wear that ninja outfit.
the one that he had.
Yeah, because it's like the whole thing is supposed to, they wore like dark blue to like blend into the night sky and into darkness.
Right. Wait, if you wear
So-
something that like makes it obvious you're ninja, you're not really being a good ninja.
Yeah, like the ninja we think of, I think that was like some product of something of like the commercialization in the early
Yeah, and just like for
20th century. But
for movies and stuff. Because then, like for us as a public, it's easy to recognize it versus. Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of funny. Well, I watched a dude who does like a bunch of Japanese like stuff, and he has a whole series about like if ninjas in fiction are real ninja. It's like history. So it's pretty good. That's what I was like, hey,
Do you
But,
guys remember these?
dude.
Yeah, I had a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
Fucking love.
I probably had
those,
actually all of them.
the little tiny miniature ninja guys.
You leave one out in the car
And
one
then-
time.
And that's a puddle of plastic
Yup,
or gel
dude.
or whatever it is.
Such a good toy.
It really was.
So cheap. You could get like 10 of these bad boys for like
$1.
$1. Yeah.
That was like our silly bands.
God.
And you got them because you went to your mom went to Walgreens to pick up meds, and you were just browsing the toy aisle, and there were
you
ninjas there.
You know how I got them? Go to the Chinese food restaurants with my parents, and they would dish them out in the fucking. You put like a quarter and you get one.
That's about to say. I'm like, I
Yep.
think that's how I got some of mine. Yeah.
So I guess 4 for $1, but still, I mean, they're really only like 5 colors.
Right.
Well, you always get duplicates, and then you give them to your friends because you got to
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I get my whole set of ninjas. You get your whole set of ninjas.
So fun. I want to be a kid.
right.
All right. Well, here's. Did I lose? Oh no. I
Here's ... It's gone.
Okay, this is from CNN. Public urination at Glastonbury Festival leaves traces of cocaine and MDMA in river, posing threat to rare eels.
Okay, that was a roller coaster from beginning to end. Start off with a dude pissing in a river.
So,
Then it goes to what was that? What were the drugs?
Cocaine and MDMA.
MDMA. And then you got endangered eels.
yeah, so it's in England.
Okay.
It's the White Lake River, and it runs through like a farm. But it has the festival has 200,000 people every time that it happens.
Music
and-
fest.
Yeah, and they found that the concentrations of the MDMA quadrupled the week after the 2019 festival.
Jeez.
And then,
I'm assuming they only take those numbers because they have to like do measurements for like the government or something. 'Cause they're
yeah,
water.
and also these eels that are highly endangered are getting high doses
High
of
off their
cocaine
asses.
and MDMA. Yeah, and they, like it's
Probably not
hurting
good
the-
for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
But yeah, I mean, I just kind of thought that was interesting. I was like, damn, I didn't. It's one of those things you don't really think about. But yeah, they're trying to get better like porta potties and stuff at these festivals, so people don't have to piss into the river.
Or like, I'd think put like a temp fence up, like make people stay in an area if they don't want them pissing in the river.
yeah,
Unless the river's like a prominent feature, like there's a bridge over it or something, and the festival spans it, and they're not able to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. England's weird,
I
like
feel like it'd just be
topography
hard
wise.
to. Yeah.
Topography. Jesus, I can't speak.
I knew what you meant.
I put the right emphasis on the right
Topography.
syllable. Apocryphy.
apostrophes.
Tony, what's your news?
So, for $84,000, an artist returned 2 blank canvases titled "Take the Money and Run."
I heard about this.
So he had like
So
a
a museum, like what, commissioned him basically?
yeah, he was like under like as part of an agreement that he would give him like 2 pieces of art, like modern art, And then the whole idea that, because he was saying like it's a breach of contract, because like literally just gave him 2 blank canvases, but it's like that's what the work of art was, is that I've taken their money. That was the modern art.
That's the most modern art. That's so postmodern. It's like that dude's a 3,000 IQ brain.
Right. It just has like 2 people just standing there staring at nothing.
I like how they hung up the blank canvases. They just didn't like receive them, look at them, and go, "The fuck."
I know, they just like
They actually
went with
hung
it.
them up. They're just like, ugh.
Wow. I mean, respect.
I mean, they spent $84,000 on these 2 canvases. This must be the most expensive canvases ever purchased.
Probably, yeah.
Take the money and run as a dual
Go
piece.
on,
Or
take the money and run.
2 empty canvases.
what city was this? New York or
This
did it say where it was?
New York.
Danish.
A Danish museum.
Danish museum.
Danish.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Jens Hanning. I think it was the name of the artist.
Yeah.
Hanning.
I do.
Hun-
It's Dutch, or
Yeah,
whatever that is.
I don't know. I'm
Danish,
not
yeah.
even looking at the fucking spelling. I'm just spouting shit out.
Hanning. Hanning.
That means nothing to me.
I have no context for this purpose.
So it's the Constant. Damn it.
Knudsen.
that Museum of Modern Art in Aalborg isn't satisfied with the explanation.
I speak perfect Danish. Let me see this.
Kakerlaken. Isn't that cockroach?
Probably.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I already noticed you're about halfway through your drink, and I can tell now.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
I'm speaking Danish.
Yeah, so was I there for a second, I think.
Perhaps.
But yeah, so now I want to talk about incarceration. Let's just do a pivot 180 from that weird Dutch conversation and go down to Idaho.
Idaho. I wasn't
Right?
in Idaho.
What?
Ohio.
Wasn't Ohio?
Yeah.
Oh,
It says it right here on my nipple.
I don't remember. I didn't go. You two went.
This is true.
This is true.
Yeah, it was 3 days, music fest.
Yeah, so we flew out to Cleveland because that's one of the closest airports that you can get to Mansfield, and it's about an hour drive out. But we stayed in Cleveland that first night. Went to MGK's coffee shop, which is just kind of funny. I'll talk about I actually do have some news for later.
Oh, I didn't know if we were going to talk about that, the whole feud.
We'll talk about
okay,
that in
cool.
a little bit. But so yeah, I went to MGK's coffee shop, then proceeded to drive to a festival the same exact day to see Slipknot.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they're beefing. But
I know. Did Slipknot play the first night?
Yeah,
No,
so
They were
for that
headliners
night.
of the first night.
yeah,
They're
so
headliners because nobody wants to play after Slipknot.
no. We got there and you can't check into your hotel, so we just drove the car right up to the festival, had all the shit in the back, just kind of left it there.
Oof.
The festival had like 50,000 people, so
Something like
it was
that,
a
yeah.
really big parking situation. It was like out in a field. There was no way to like know where your car was. So at nighttime afterwards, we lost where our car was, and it took us like 40 minutes to find the car.
Oh no!
Maybe not 40 minutes,
But
it was
a
like,
nice chunk of time.
yeah, it was a good amount of time. But we got there. We watched Bad Flower for a little bit. The vocalist had laryngitis, so he wasn't singing. So we kind of were like 3 songs in. We were like, okay, do you want to
go
go
get
look-
drinks?
Check out the prison.
Well, yeah, we went and checked out the prison.
Oh yeah,
that
because it took place at the haunted prison.
yeah, it was the Shawshank prison.
Mhm.
And
Anthony, did you know that was haunted when you went there?
I just figured. I wasn't 100%, but
you
We were
figured-
keeping it a secret because we didn't know if you'd want to go.
yeah.
oh, really? I mean, for some reason, like the real life thing didn't bother me, but playing Faz bothers me more. I don't know why. I guess because it's in my
Jumpy
it's in my own home
Jump
that I'm doing
scares
it.
and yeah.
But-
Speaking of Faz, next episode I'll have a lot to talk about that, so that's
Oh, yeah.
exciting. But yeah.
But yeah, so we did the prison, and then we saw a couple more good bands. We saw Fever 333 that day.
Was that day?
I thought so, yeah, because we got out of the prison. Or no,
No, I thought that
No,
was
that
later.
wasn't- that
was
was
that
later.
day 3? That was day 3.
I don't fucking know anymore, man. There were so many.
You just
bands.
basically went and listened to music for like 72 hours straight almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Slipknot takes the cake.
Best
Yeah.
headliner? Who are the other 2 main headliners?
Mudvayne.
Mudvayne was a main headliner?
Yeah, it was their
Yeah.
first show back in 10 years.
But Mudvayne?
Yeah.
All right. So there's that
Say
one.
we didn't stay.
And then
We did not stay for Mudvayne. Muddy Craig. John kept calling him Muddy Craig. And then the third night was Rob Zombie.
okay, that's a respectable headliner.
I guess.
Well, I meant like 20 years ago, but you know.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So the first night was like, for headliner wise, it was
the best
absolute
show.
best.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
Nice.
Slipknot just does it up. They really do. They put on a special show.
Yeah, like the time to wait for them to set up is worth every moment of waiting.
Well, that and like you get this dope banner that's changing colors and stuff, and it's kind of trippy to look at. It has their name and it's like in white, so then when they shine the colors on it, it looks like the name is like kind of transforming.
So I felt left out. So this morning I watched the entire concert on YouTube.
The incarceration
Concert, so I can talk to a little bit of some of the stuff that went on with it. So I was just like sitting there taking notes, and I was just like, okay. And I was like, oh, that would probably would have been cool to see live. And I was trying to look at a couple different videos. So it was actually hard to find a good video.
Yeah.
The best one I found was this dude that was way over on stage right.
We were on stage.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
you were
no,
on stage right back because I watched your Instagram video you posted, and you were you were way further back. This dude was like in the front row, but it was like way off to the side.
Yeah.
So he had like one big monitor he would look at, and then like over to the band. So I couldn't really see the percussionist on the right because they had both percussionists on
Either
big
side.
Yeah,
like
they both have their
setups with
timpani
with
setups.
freaking like
Yeah.
LEDs on the drums and shit like that. That was really cool.
giant like trash can drums and shit.
But yeah, I was watching that all this morning, just like taking notes with the songs and just stuff like that. Because, man, when we all like, yeah, let's do Slipknot. I'm like, okay, I've heard a couple of their songs. I thought it'd be like, you know, jumping into like a pool of content. This was like jumping into like an ocean of content with
really
the music, the amount of albums and stuff around the members and all the individual history and the drama and all the stuff with the press and other bands. It's just like, oh my God,
There's so much going
hopefully unprepared for this episode. But I did the best I could and try to give this the most respect as I can, because if any like 100% Slipknot fan that knows them, I don't want to piss that person off, because man, who knows, that might be me in 5 years at this point. It was like jumping into something. I really liked their stuff. I was afraid that when I was coming into this, I was like, oh, okay, I might only like a couple of their singles. But they've got a pretty interesting discography.
I like their entire discography.
Yeah,
honestly.
more so now.
Yeah, there's albums that are definitely stronger than others.
Oh, for
but
sure. As
Every
with any
band's gonna
band.
have that, yeah. But no, it was fun. So where do we want to begin with all of it? Talk about the songs they played on the fest, go album by album, music videos, other random stuff. Because that's basically all I want to cover.
I guess maybe album by album and kind of like throw in anything
See,
that we can.
that's going to be the hardest for me, because I actually didn't sit down and listen to every album from beginning to end. I mostly hit the music videos, the singles, the This Is, and their compilation album. So I kind of weeded out all the stuff that I might not like. So I've listened to all the major stuff. So
Yeah, because the playlist I made was literally just all their music. Like, I think minus one song maybe.
I listened to a lot of their mainstream stuff, but then the last like 2 weeks I put on that playlist that has everything, and I've been doing a little bit deeper dive. Like the other night when we were doing inventory,
Dude,
listened
I
to
tried
Slipknot
putting
for,
on
like, 6
Slipknot while
hours.
we were counting a bunch of stuff, and
Bro,
it was hard with that style of music. I mean, I've wanted to focus on it while counting.
I didn't like. I was vibing with it for most of the time, and then fucking, I'm counting shit, and then I hear, "If I'm 555, you're 666," and I'm just like, "I'm counting, dude." Fuck. Like,
Okay, that's
that is
pretty
kind
glorious.
of why I stopped doing it like that.
Maybe
but,
I've just been counting for so long because like I didn't have any problem at work.
Well,
doing it.
you've pharmacy counting for years.
I guess it's
so.
different too because the way I'm counting. Well, I guess like when you're counting, is it the whole? Are you doing like 5-10 or are you doing like 1 2 3?
Usually 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, or by 2.
Okay.
If I'm doing pre-rolls, I'll do 5, but that's ugh.
So I've trained myself. I can count to like by 5 is like I can usually get to 15 or 20, and I can be like talking to someone while doing it.
Yeah, so with Slipknot, I just can't focus on that.
It
So
is
I
very-
just put on older music, especially when I'm trying to listen to it for an episode, because I want to have an informed opinion. It's the best that I can. So yeah, I mostly listen to the main stuff, but I want to break down the songs they played at Incarceration because that's kind of the order I did my notes of all the stuff.
I'm down.
So their
set list was fucking
their set.
top-notch.
So also, what was their entire set list? Because I was trying to find multiple, like setlist.com was wrong. It was close, but then I found videos posted on YouTube that were not on the set list one, but were from Incarceration. I don't know. I'll talk about all the songs I know they played, but it didn't also cover it didn't cover the finale stuff that they did.
Yeah, because we left like when they were
Encore.
their second to third last song. I
Yeah,
think.
we
Did you
left
come
the-
back after the encore? Or
No,
no,
we were trying
'cause-
to we were trying to leave to find the fucking car.
Oh,
because
got
okay,
it.
so get this. I forgot to tell you this.
Oh, no.
The parking situation was so bad.
So much worse than you would have ever imagined.
Okay, so people were trying to. Okay,
you have started the sentence like 6 times. That's how bad this
I'm
is.
trying to figure out where to start it.
Yeah. Oh,
you have to keep backing
give you,
up.
a good picture. So, to give you an idea, the prison is probably a half-mile walk to where you park. Maybe not a half mile, like 3/4 mile, or not 3/4, a third to a half a mile from the parking lot.
Okay.
But it's not even like a lot. It's like I said, it's a hilly field of like dust and like dead grass. And there's probably fucking, I don't know, 25,000 cars there.
Oh my god.
That's what it felt like.
And
yeah.
no lighting and no like direction of like where your car is at.
At all.
So it took us forever to find it, and then you're trying to leave, and there's one way out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. One lane.
One way out. Yeah. So we left a couple songs early,
I can tell why.
and it took us 45 minutes to get out.
I think
Like
so.
it was like half an hour to get to the car, and then 45 minutes to drive out of the parking lot. And then
Each
another
night?
No, just mainly the first night.
Yeah,
the
the
first
first
night.
night because they
got better
started
each day.
Yeah, they started doing other stuff, and more people were bailing out each show.
Okay.
Like the first night was for sure the most
The
packed.
best packed, yeah.
But for the people that stayed till the end of Slipknot, they weren't getting back to their hotel rooms until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Took like easily
And
like
then Slipknot
2
ended
hours.
at 11.
Oh my god.
So we were just chilling in the hotel, and the people were still there waiting to leave the grounds.
They were posting on the Instagram, and that's how we were finding out. They're like, still trying to leave. It's like,
We all got back, showered up, just chilling. People still there.
watching Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Oof. That's insane.
Okay, so what was the order?
Okay, so they started off with Unsainted, which is an awesome intro song.
It
You got
really is.
the iconic that ooh do 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 do. Everyone can sing along, and then it just kicks off like immediately, just right into the break. Well, not like a heavy
Well, yeah,
hardcore
just-
riff.
like everyone was freaking.
I know, right?
Breaking their necks, just headbanging to that.
So it's a very good song. And I also said it's got a nice slow down breakdown because it's the whole. I really like those where it changes the tempo for the breakdowns on those type of songs. And then next is Disaster Piece off their first album, a very old song, which is more riff heavy, kind of more metally breakdown song, more of just like a high energy, just
like
keeps on going. Kind of more their older style because they kind of in their middle albums they kind of got more
Chorusy.
more little less riffy, or the riffs got more tight.
Yeah.
So, oh god, hold on. I have to look up Anthony. Can you look up the lyrics for Disaster Piece? Because I wrote lovely lyrics though and put a smiley face. Oh, is it?
No.
It's not on the first one. Okay, it must be on their second one. But yeah, no. So there's apparently a lyric in Disaster Piece that made me laugh. Oh, and this is when I first saw Sid, because I wrote, "What's up with the little guy running around with the clothes?"
Oh, yeah.
Sid, yeah.
Yeah, because I couldn't see him from
Sid's
the
an
angle of the
OG,
video.
bro. So
Well,
Sid's been
I-
around since like 98.
I know. I didn't realize it at first because all of a
Which
sudden I
lyric
saw
do
a
you-
little dude. Okay,
That little dude.
well, because you don't really see him.
And he's kind
at
of just
his-
doing this on stage and it's like being all ominous.
I know, right?
It's so
I want to
awesome.
slit your throat and fuck the wound.
Yeah, that line. Yeah.
the opening line.
Oh yeah.
Is it
okay,
really?
Cool.
Yeah.
Those I'm so don't fuck the moon. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The opening line was like, oh, lovely lyrics though. God, my fucking A.
Jesus.
And they wonder why your mom doesn't want you to listen to this.
Right?
Jokingly.
But Corey Taylor's voice is so good though.
I know, right? Next, they go on to their one of the newer songs, Neoforte, Really like this song.
Love
Fucking
this song.
so happy they played that. Holy
I
shit.
love that song, man. It is a little repetitive after a little while.
It is a little longer. They
But-
probably could have trimmed like 30 seconds out of it, give or
Yeah.
take.
But fuck, man, it goes.
Yeah. That and Unsainted were like, for like the newer stuff, like I was like, please just play those songs.
Something I noticed. Which is the name of the percussionist who does all the singing, who is up on the left?
Tortilla face.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tortilla Face. Okay, yeah,
Like legit.
I wrote that he does all the scream rapping for that song.
Yeah.
Because
Tortilla face is actually really good. He does all
I know,
like
right?
He does.
That was the first time I noticed that he was starting to do a lot more of the lyrics, and then from then on, I
Yeah.
kept an eye on him, and I'm like, oh shit, he's doing like a lot of the screams and the the quicker rapping lines and all that stuff.
Yeah, because he's doing that while Clown is doing a lot of like the actual percussion stuff. But sometimes
Yeah.
they'll do it together.
Yeah, like he was hitting like the tin can there for a minute.
Wow.
One point during the performance, they had the big cameras on him, and the guy was watching it, and he was just like laying on the silver
Yep.
drum, just like hitting it, just like thing. I'm like, what is he doing right now? He's just kind of
Clown
up
has
there.
so much fun during the show. I love it.
Oh, but yeah. So Neoforte, really good. I like that song a lot. Then it moved on to Before I Forget, which I got to say is the most iconic song I can think of them. Guitar Hero 3 really kind of brought that in. And that was, they did a lot of the crowd lyrics that time, I noticed, where he just like held the mic up and the crowd was just screaming the whole chorus. Blah. Blah.
That's what we were doing the whole
Yeah.
time. Blah.
Yeah, how drunk were you by the time Slipknot came out? Not very?
Actually, fairly
I
sober.
drove home that night.
I was about to say, yeah, because
I was not drunk.
if
at
they
all.
were at the end of the night, I didn't know how much you guys were really drinking during the fest.
I
so.
didn't drink that first day at all.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it was. We made up for it on the third day.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think I drank at all on the second day either.
okay.
Was the second day that had Escape the Fate?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that one
Okay.
had like a moderate amount of alcohol.
Okay, I had
but
like I had like
just to
moderate.
kind of keep a very
two
light buzz
drinks
for
from
part
the
of
whole
day.
day, and
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's nothing, especially when you're out there in the sun and all that.
The third day I blacked out.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And I was vibing a hailstorm while he was taking a nap on the ground, and then I was eating fries.
Yeah.
That's I'm not exact. That's exactly
Oh
what
my
happened.
God.
You can ask
Okay.
John. He can.
Yeah.
That bad, huh?
Monaco's, man.
Yeah.
What's a Monaco?
A lot of alcohol. A small can.
Yeah, okay, so imagine a Red Bull sized can.
Okay.
It has 2 shots of alcohol in it.
And then
So
you have
like
4. of
4 ounces of actual like mixer and like mostly alcohol.
Yeah.
So you have 4 of those, and then also you had like it was a Mike's Harder lemonade, something like that.
It was a Bud Light seltzer.
Bud Light Seltzer. That's what it was. So we had.
So you were
all that.
dehydrated and blacked out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, we had a shit ton of water, but it didn't matter.
I had a lot of water, but the only food I had eaten all day was some. I had a half a box of noodles at like
It
noon.
was like very early in the day.
It was the first thing I had, and then I started drinking at like 2 in the afternoon, and I was blacked out by 6.
Yeah, a couple of. I think 2 of them we had within an hour. Actually,
Yeah.
no, within half an hour, because we had one. I'm like, oh, I want to get another one before.
He was like, I want to get one before and after Beartooth or some shit like that.
But I have to say though, we had a lot of fun during Beartooth though.
Dude, okay,
We were
I
freaking losing our voices.
I fucking had these hand sanitizers, and they had keychains on
like the
them,
clips. Yeah.
Okay.
like carabiner clips.
Yeah.
I fucking made like nunchucks out of them, and I started flinging them around my head.
That's what I thought you were going with that.
And then he
I
went
was
out
like,
front
oh
to
no.
accuse-
And
gonna
I
go
was
crowd
like,
surf.
guys, I'm gonna go out there, and I fucking ran out there with my nunchucks, and I was like flinging my nunchucks around, screaming my bloody lungs out to Beartooth.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was
God.
good.
I would have. I wish I would have saw that.
And you can tell that me and Brendan, it was very obvious we were both drunk, but that we really liked the band because we knew all the words and we were belting it.
Even the new stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
listened to a lot of the newer Beartooth, so.
I love Beartooth.
Oh, okay. I just haven't. I've listened to like the first 2 albums. That's about it. So.
I mean,
The second one I didn't like as much as the first. So.
Wage War I went hard to.
Yeah, fucking hell. Between Slipknot and Wage War are like exactly the same live as they are recorded.
Nice.
You just get more energy because they're really because they're in front of you.
because
so.
they're doing it in front of you.
Yeah, and it's fuck. It's
Pyrotechnics and
oh,
shit.
and freaking Caleb came out for one of the songs.
Yeah, for Wage War.
Wage War. Yeah.
Oh,
Came
okay.
out.
Nice.
That was sick. And then because I don't what's the lead vocalist's name in Wage War? Didn't he come out for Beartooth as well?
I don't remember.
I feel like they did.
And I also don't remember. I was so drunk.
At that point, that was the beginning of the end of us being really 100% all there. Like that was the decline of us like being like too drunk to really function anymore, and we just kept going.
That's when you know you're having a good time.
Mudvayne.
I'd do it
fans are
again though.
scary,
It was fun.
Mudvayne fans are scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, one guy kept like getting closer and closer to us, and Brandon's like, "Hey, let's move up," because he was just kind of doing his own thing. But it's like he's like kind of hardcore dancing, kind of being weird behind us. He kept getting closer and closer, and it's like, dude, there's a pit right up there. Just don't.
They wear the mask. It's like
Yeah.
the Slipknot fans, but the Slipknot fans, it's like I'm more okay with it.
Yeah, they're just regular dudes like
Yeah, they're
the
just
band.
kinda
They're just
wearing
wearing a
the
mask.
Because
Yeah.
Slipknot is surprisingly
These
wholesome.
fucking
minus the lyrics.
Mudvayne guys put on their masks and they feel like they're
become another
like,
person.
fucking hillbilly gods.
I
dude.
don't know what a Mudvayne mask would look like, so here we go.
God,
Not great.
no, it's not. It's got like two,
What?
like this shit.
Yeah.
It's that mask.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
about it.
Huh.
I like the color. That's about it.
Blue,
Mm-hmm.
the blues.
The blues.
I love the blues.
That was from the early. You showed me when you were showing me the bands were going to be there. You showed me the early Mudvayne videos where they look like that.
Yeah.
And then the
Mhm.
more recent stuff where they just look like dudes.
Yeah,
Right.
well, they came back out looking kind of like that.
They came back out looking kind of like that.
Muddy Greg. Have you guys seen the red vein meme?
No.
I don't think so.
Red vein.
No, I haven't.
If I have,
Okay.
I don't recall it.
Well, you can keep talking Slipknot. I'll find
Yeah,
red
so
vein
what's the
for you.
next
All
song?
right,
you
we'll
had
go
there?
on to... Dude, I just want to talk a quick second about... before I forget, I fucking love that song. I wanted to say it again. It is just from Guitar Hero 3, just the riffs, and it does my favorite metal. You'll notice when we go through our list of our favorite songs,
Mhm.
my favorite metal style of song is something that's got a super...
Oh no, I did see that. You're right.
Is that Ian Scott? Hold on.
No, that's the bassist of Mudvayne, but it's Paul Rudd's face.
Oh my god. Okay, with the whole the sleeker face and the
It
two
does
color
look like Ian Scott.
That's the Photoshop of horrors thing, right?
Discount mashups. but
Discount
yeah.
mashups.
discount mashups. Oh my god, that's
Same sheet.
that's funny. But like my favorite metal songs are like something with a super super tight riff, like the da 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 something like that. That has a very catchy singable chorus, which fucking I am a world before. Very catchy, super easy, kind of repetitive. I mean, it's easy to remember.
And the down.
And then the slow down breakdown.
Dude,
Another good example of another song also featured in Guitar Hero 3. I guess they were just like going through the best is 6, All That Remains. Another super heavy, fast thing, slow down breakdown.
yeah, we didn't get to see them though.
Was All That Remains on there? Or
They were at the show, but then they
didn't show up?
one of the band members got COVID.
They get
No. You guys would have saw that. Oh, God, I still want to go see them.
They would have been playing the fucking anniversary for that album.
What? No.
I was upset.
There was a fair amount between. There's a lot of. There's
Fire
a lot
from the
of.
Gods dropped. Asking Alexandria dropped. All That Remains
No.
dropped.
Bad Flower,
Bad
he had
Flower. He
laryngitis.
had laryngitis. Fuck. Who
There's a
else
lot of good,
dropped?
but there was a lot of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to sit through Steel Panther.
Dude, they're an abomination of a band.
Steel
Yeah.
Panther is the worst thing I've ever seen live, and I stand by it. And Grandma, if you hear this, and I'm talking not to my real grandma, but the lead singer of Steel Panther, because he looks like a fucking leathery grandma, he sucks.
He does.
I hate that band so much.
And they made a really, really shitty joke about Def Leppard, and it's like,
Dude, it was so disrespectful.
it was so fucked.
Oh my god, I hated it so much. And then they just kept talking about fucking underage girls, and like they were like, one of their jokes was that they had COVID masks in the back, but they had holes in the COVID mask so you could still suck their dicks. And then they'd go, and now we're gonna play some heavy fucking metal, and then they'd proceed to play like a Guns N' Roses song, and you're like, I'm gonna go listen to August Burns Red
Right?
and actually listen to some heavy metal.
Right.
That was so many shots fired. And what sucks is I know Steel Panther mostly from the comedy bits they've done with NSP, which are pretty funny.
It's just a really bad comedy bit is all it is, and it just doesn't like live. It just doesn't hit right.
They just came across as just like tools and just like just get off the stage. Like I feel like the way they were
Get
acting,
woke,
they should have
son.
been on like the smallest stage if they're at all.
Were they on the main
They're on the
stage?
big one.
Main
It was even
stage,
more.
and I've never had such bad secondhand embarrassment.
Right? They should have just like thrown
Live?
them in the small stage and
Yeah.
put ABR up there. Yeah, that would have been better.
It was just like I was like watching, and I was just like,
It was definitely a train wreck. We just couldn't look away.
yeah,
A train wreck you can't walk away from. Following, before I forget, they do the Heretic album, a Heretic Anthem, which is the 555666 song that you were talking about. I wrote, another good heavy metal breakdown song. They turned the stage red. It was like one of those ones where it was just super heavy riffy. They turned the lights out, let everybody just fucking mosh for 3.5 minutes straight.
For real.
And then it goes into Psychosocial, which I just put
Fucking
smiley
hell.
face. And another example of everything a good metal song has.
I
That's the
love
thing I wrote.
Psychosocial.
As I did, I showed you guys, one of my favorite things is just like covers of Psychosocial, and there's so many out there that I found. My favorite highlights are the Anthony Vincent cover. He does a synthwave version. He also does a Linkin Park version that I'm not as big of a fan of. It's all right, but his
It's
Chester
interesting,
impression,
Yeah.
It's more of a slower breakdown song, which he does with both of them. It's already like a 5.5 minute song, and he slows it down. Those are long videos.
Right.
And then there's my favorite thing I love to show anybody is Psychosocial Baby.
Yeah.
The mashup
Probably one of the
between
greatest mashups with
Psychosocial
two
and Justin Bieber's Baby.
Contrasting music genres.
Oh, so good. Just the lyrics of Psychosocial over the instrumentals of Justin Bieber's Baby.
Right.
Oh,
It's a treat.
yep. After that, they went on to The Devil and I, another very popular song. I put super metal riff intro, because it's just got that freaking...
Which I understand why it's such a highly liked one and then highly covered. 'cause
I
it's a
put
good
it was,
mesh of
it was
heavy
super
and-
theatrical in its
Yeah.
kind of like composition. It feels like it itself is a bigger song, which Devil and I, that's from their 2012 or something album. I want to say it was...
Yeah, it was from the
Sadly,
first
I didn't
chapter.
remember their names. I most have thought of where they were at in their musical career at that time period. Because I noticed the music video for that one was all of a sudden in 16:9 in HD. I'm like, oh, this is a more recent music video.
Yeah.
A lot of the early ones were the
0.5 The Great
4:3.
Chapter,
Oh, yeah, it was 5.
2014.
Yeah. I like that song. The two modes in the song. Oh yeah, I kind of put like Breaking Benjamin-ish. Because they like in the slower kind of like riffs with the bass. Just another band that does
Boom.
it does that.
That's good.
And then next they did the Soulwave Firth, one of their newer songs. One of their Don't You Dare. He was about to put
I was there.
about
That would've
poison
been,
my
you
drink
would've
with.
actually ruined it.
But no, next one was the Soulwave Firth, which I've set was more of a proggy.
Did you usually put something in there?
I don't know. He's messing with me. I'm just gonna keep my drink over here. I put more of a proggy metal. I said it was a little bit too long of a song. I felt like that one just kind of goes on. I like Neoforte a little bit better. Can you compare their two new songs they played?
Yeah, it goes a little harder.
Yeah, and then after that they went to Vermilion.
Yes.
So when I first started listening and doing research for this episode, I put on This Is from the Spotify, and I just kind of went from the beginning
Mine?
to the not yours. You didn't. Once you sent me yours, I started doing it, but I started listening a couple weeks prior.
I was say breaking my heart right now.
No, if I have waited until last week to do research, I'd be even less prepared than I am currently. So, but on that list, Vermilion Part 2 comes first, which uses a lot of the same lyrics and all that type of stuff. So then I finally heard Vermilion like on my listening radar, and I just kind of caught the same lyrics as the earlier song, and was like, "What is this?" But I kind of like Part 2 a little bit better than Part 1. I don't know. I feel like it takes longer for Part 1 to get going. I really like the chorus in it, and Part 2. Other than Part 2 has one thing that I call like the country slide. That like in the chorus, it's just like an instrumental bit. I don't even know if it's actually a real like country slide, but just something. I was like, every time that's in a song, Unless it's like a country album.
like the really strong strum on that, because then it kind of like rings out like it's like hitting the fretboard and stuff. Like it felt like a very like organic, like real take. It wasn't like super perfect and like artificial sounding.
But I did write Vermilion Part 1 is a good example of I put the iconic low talking of Corey Taylor when he does his low lyrics where he talks like this, and all his kind of
it's usually really fast too.
You usually can go pretty fast with it. He's got like a lot of what I don't have, which is vocal dexterity, where you can keep the lyrics like precision just with his lyrics. He
can
go
very calmly
really fast and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, he can enunciate
very
and he doesn't have the reach. Like when he goes between different ranges, like he can just do it calmly.
This is the Texas Slipknot Massacre.
No, we weren't going to talk about that. It's not even the right episode.
Right.
We may be recording 2 tonight. But no. Hey, don't make me do it. I'm not even as drunk as I was last week. God, we were so drunk last week. Editing last week's episode.
I was sober.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Drink after the episode.
After Vermilion, they played another of their Thrasher I Wrote songs, All Out Live.
Oh, that was a single released on Halloween. Surprised everyone.
Yeah. And kind of more of a thrashery vibe to it. It's definitely more of a heavier
cool music
riffy.
video too.
Dude, they had a lot of like pyrotechnics. That's when it started. Everyone kind of cleared the center of the stage and then just went. Goes, whoa. But no, that was kind of fun. It's got put like a prayer like rap, not a prayer like bridge where they like start chanting. It's like everyone's saying. I forget the lyrics off the top of my head because I've been listening to nothing but them for like 72 hours straight. But yeah, it was. I enjoyed that one. Watching the video because I wasn't there.
Tear.
After that was Duality, which man, I was so mad because my favorite part of the song is the first like 3 seconds. I push my fingers into my eyes.
Then you hear. No, that's not the lyric. And then you can hear the metronome in it too.
But
I thought it was about an enema.
the video, he had like cuts between the songs, and it cut. It was like, it's like, oh, I missed the very beginning. Like he hit play as like the song started.
That's a major
bummer. Side note, but very good song. Another iconic metal song. Checks all the boxes I like.
Really good piano in that too, that I didn't really notice until like watching Rick Beato. Like, dude, if you haven't watched Rick Beato, it'll make you appreciate even more about the music you like.
I haven't, so can you go into it for a second?
So essentially, like he just does like a whole breakdown of the entire song. So like everything from the lyrics, both guitars, everything from like if they do different stuff in between left and right for balancing, or like it will be like undertones. So there's a lot of like the scratches and stuff from the
from Sid.
Yeah, like
it's going crazy.
That's there.
Turntables.
That with unless it's isolated, you can. It's there. Like it adds to it, but you don't realize it until like you actually like point it out. Like every song I've listened to him or listened to after watching his videos, I don't listen to it the same way anymore. But like in a good way. Like I can actually hear all the different parts and all like the little things or like the idiosyncrasies of like the bass part. Like
how long have you been listening to this guy for?
A year.
And then how many bands have we done?
Well, I thought I mentioned him before, haven't I?
No.
Oh, maybe it was like off the pod. Maybe that's why.
Well, I'm just saying, you got this like really cool person that breaks down music, and it's like.
I'm sorry. I honestly thought.
But no, that's cool. We'll check him out. That sounds super exciting.
Rick Beato. Yeah, he's a huge musician, recording artist. Like,
that's pretty cool.
He does. His son has perfect pitch. It's this whole crazy thing. Like he just knows everything about music. It seems.
And then after Duality, and also this. I noticed, I'm saying after it's in the video I watched, I noticed there were some cuts and people were putting comments like, oh, you didn't do this. And the guy commented back, it's like, I had to go pee. It's like, all right, missed a song here. But after that on the video was Wait and Bleed. So I just put just a super solid song. It's not really like heavy. It's just like a solid like A and like a ranking. It passes.
I had that shit on my MySpace page.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
First music video I ever seen from them, and it was I'm pretty sure the first song I've ever heard from them too.
Wow.
So that's why when I heard, I was like, "You want to play some old shit?" He's like, and then he starts playing it, and I was like fanboying out. I'm like, "Oh my god, it's happening!" Like you already played all the other songs I want you to play, and now you're playing this too. I'm like, this is a dream come true.
Oh, see, I almost had that happen to me with the first band I ever saw, Foo Fighters. because I only really knew the song DOA because that was like their big single at the time when I saw them.
Oh.
And they did that as an encore, and I didn't really know much about encores. So like they finished, and I was like, shit, they never played that song. Then they come back on and play DOA, and I was just like, oh my god, freaking out,
the best way.
fanboying. It's like they're playing it. That's always fun when they do that.
Fuck yeah!
So actually, you'll be able to tell me what the encore was then, probably.
Well, so the final song on the video is "Spit It Out," which I put he's like Franz rapping. You know, he's got like the quick kind of, but not as Franz or Franz. Yeah. But now, and then did the jump the fuck up bit. Were you guys there for the jump the fuck up bit, or did you guys leave? He did the whole everybody get on the fucking floor.
I think was that when we were walking out? Maybe. It kind of sounds familiar.
Maybe.
He did the whole thing where he's like, all right, I want all 30,000 of you motherfuckers. Because he also, Corey Taylor swears like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Oh my God.
You do.
Every other word, it's the F. Which,
all right, you motherfuckers, get the fuck on the fucking ground.
Like, we're so fucking happy to be playing live music fucking again. Fuck.
and then you hear him in an interview, and he's like, not.
dude,
really
he's like the most chill.
swearing
He's like, yeah, I'm just like, I'm doing this. And it's like, all right, bud.
Right?
Yeah.
He just turns into
You
the
put on the
Stone
mask
Sour
and you
persona.
just
Yeah.
Fucking. But yeah, Spit It Out was the last one on the video. Just super heavy one. But they do the whole thing. Everybody get on the ground and jump up for when I say this, you jump up.
I did that for a show recently, but it was the main.
Oh, the man.
nice.
Huh.
The only time I've done that was for Bringing the Horizon at the Marquee.
Did it for them too.
Yeah, and that was like the whole thing. He was like, "We're not." He's going to keep playing that guitar part until every single person sits down, and they did.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. I knew that's not your favorite thing, so I didn't know if you were there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's kind of cool to see.
Yeah. Well, that and it's fun to be part of when people like actually
jump.
do it and
Yeah.
don't like wait and just like stand there and just like I'm not going to sit. Just do it so we can continue the song.
so one of the other websites that I was trying to get some of the videos and stuff from for their set list was setlist.com or .fm, which people can go in and edit and go like, oh, this is what they played. For their encore that they wrote down was they opened with People Equal Shit once they got back, which, you know, I think that's on their second album.
Yeah, I think it's Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa. And Iowa?
Iowa,
Iowa.
the state.
Yeah.
Well, no, I said Idaho earlier, which I think I said that because in the fucking interview we watched, she was making fun of it and that messed my brain up. Then Sick, which is I think off the first album, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then Surfacing, which I actually don't know what that song is.
I don't remember.
Was their final
I wish
one.
they played Kill Pop.
Surfacing's
I like
so
learned to
nice.
really like that song. Kill Pop, and then they played Eyeless too, which is really good.
Yeah, that's one that wasn't on here as well. It was like it's on the set list, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not on the video. So the guy was probably going peeing or something like that during that time period.
And that was another oldie that I was like, thank you.
Drank one too many Monacos and he had to pee.
At least he didn't black out, so.
We did pee a lot too.
But yeah. All right, let's do the breakdown from all of the album. At least from as much as I can do. You guys might be able to talk a bit more since you've listened to it a bit more. But the first album, which I guess I'll have right here, so I'll just take it and look at it. It's just a lot heavier of an album, a lot more riffy. Starts off, the big ones from it are Sick, Eyeless, Wait and Bleed,
Spit It Out.
Scissors. So there are a decent number of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't listen to too many off their first. And, didn't have a lot of them on there. And they were also kind of pushed towards the end. The This Is playlist on Spotify always start off with like the top 15 played and stuff like that, like the big bangers, and then they kind of pepper in a lot of the more middler ones. Even if they're good albums, they have 7 other albums worth of stuff, so they kind of get pushed down the list usually. But yeah. So we're like favorite song from this one I probably couldn't say because I haven't given it enough listens.
Wait and Bleed.
Wait and Bleed. That is I just also wrote a super iconic, super good song. So I guess Wait and Bleed.
Wait and Bleed or Spit It Out.
And then least favorite I probably don't know off the top of my head, probably just because there's probably some riffy song in there that I haven't gotten to. If we ever do get to see them live, it'll probably end up doing a follow-up video because I want to talk about me seeing them live.
No, for sure. No doubt.
But yeah, as I said, this is
They'll
like
be
jumping
here in
into
November.
an ocean of.
Oh, yeah. November
yeah.
2nd?
Are they doing so Incarceration is different than Not Fest, right? Those are two
Yes.
different festivals. Is
Yeah.
Not Fest going on this year? Because I thought I saw some video from it.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
what they're on tour for.
It's on the tour. That's their
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just a single show. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe see if I can get them and we'll do like a B episode or something. I don't know. Still figuring stuff out. God, see, I haven't seen. Oh, they have music videos for the first album.
Yeah.
Man, I missed them. Damn. I did watch a lot of the music videos, but not all of them, as I figured out.
Some of them
here.
are like they're like live performance videos, so like they're not all like
they're not actual like produced music videos.
But I think a lot of the earlier ones were like that. But like Wait and Bleed has an actual music video, and actually it's two. It has like an animated one too, which is like the creepy, like they're all like dolls. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's very Slipknot-y.
Yeah. Moving on to the second one, Iowa, which we watched a video about Corey Taylor. What is that face? I look up and you're just got a weird face on. But
just his face, okay?
In the interview, he said that this was kind of like a hard album to make because they were all like it was their sophomore slump album basically.
Yeah.
Because it kind of feels like it. Looking at the big singles and the big songs from it, there's
for me it's like Left Behind, and I'm good.
Yeah, it's like the Heretic Anthem is the one that I've listened to the most out of all of it, and that's more of like just a thrashy song. It's not even one of my more favorite styles of songs. So yeah, it's
I like 3 or 4 that are good listens, but other than that,
yeah,
it's hard for me to get into the rest of it. Like it's kind of just background noise for the rest of the album.
That's my issue with it because it's something I was talking to Katie about is listening to their older stuff because I didn't have the nostalgic attachment to it. It's harder to form bonds to the songs that are just okay. They're not like the main singles, so it's kind of hard to like get that unless it's really got something that I vibe with, like a riff or a chorus or something that's really like up my alley. It's harder to get into older songs like that. Because I've got songs like straighting up most of, just an example of mine, Getting Away with Murder by Papa Roach.
Yeah.
That's
Like
not a
Black
great
Dog,
album, but I love every song on that album because I listened to it a million times. I can agree some of the filler tracks aren't great, but I have a nostalgic attachment to it. I bet some people have that with these albums too. So It's like, I don't want to shit on any of the songs, but I just don't have that with it. Just haven't had enough time for it to sink into my consciousness. But yeah, Iowa, it's an all right album. And then, but it was kind of overshadowed by the third one, Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses.
Yeah.
This is a tight-ass album.
That's a good
Holy
fucking
crap.
album, man.
I mean, you look at the other one had 1, 2 singles. This one had 1, 2. This one has like 7 singles from it. So it's just insane. Duality, Vermilion, Vermilion Part 2, Before I Forget. Those are all the big ones I like. But yeah.
Before I Forget's a banger.
Dude, it's got Duality, Before I Forget. Yeah, Nameless is another one I've listened to a couple times. Yeah.
I like Danger Keep Away. I like that too, but that one I've only listened to like more recently.
Well, once you started putting on the full list, because that wasn't on the.
I don't think that was on the original release, was it?
Danger Keep. It says it's on original release. The bonus track in Japan got Scream.
Interesting.
An extra song. Maybe they're big in Japan too. That's kind of that cliche. Well, they were big in Japan. But yeah, probably, favorite one from this one, I'd probably have to say Before I Forget. Just because that riff and the Guitar Hero 3 nostalgic attachment to it, I really like that.
For me, it's Before I Forget.
Vermilion.
Vermilion? Okay.
And for me, it's just because like those songs two, so like Vermilion Part 1 and 2. Like,
well, okay, if you combine them together.
Yeah.
Well, still, I still
even
like
on
Before I
Vermilion
Forget
on its
better.
own, like I still like prefer that.
This was the only album that was produced by Rick Rubin as well, who's just like a really prolific producer.
It feels better produced.
Exactly. Which I think is a really smart choice of them to go to a producer like him for their album after their sophomore slump. If they're having trouble writing their last album, it's good that they went to a producer who probably dragged out a lot of their good material. And then you go into my personal favorite Slipknot album. All Hope Is Gone.
All Hope Is Gone is your personal favorite. Nice.
Yeah, it's the one I found Slipknot on.
Oh, okay.
But it's, again, one of those albums where you see, like, 6 or 7 fucking singles.
I know,
and, like,
right?
the entire album's just really good.
So, I know, right? The lemonade's good. I'm enjoying it. And even when the ice is all melted, it's still refreshing. But no,
refreshing.
Yeah, Sulfur, Psychosocial, Dead Memories, Vendetta, the
All
Snuff,
Hope Is
All Hope Is
Gone.
Gone. Like almost every song. Like
the iTunes pre-order bonus track. What year did this come out? 2008.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it did.
But no, so, gosh. What are your guys' opinion on Snuff? Because when I
absolutely
first
love it.
heard that song, I was listening to it, and I'm like, okay, the vibe I'm getting from this song is it is Slipknot's If It Means a Lot to You.
Yeah.
It's their calmer song that everyone, even your girlfriend, likes, who they play it all because it's their like quieter, more ballady song. But the hardcore fan, though they really like it, usually might end up skipping it, which is how I feel about
That's usually how I feel about.
If It Means a Lot to You.
Okay, well, that's definitely how I feel about If It Means a Lot to You.
I was projecting, like, that's not how I feel
that
about Snuff, but if I was a Slipknot fan, that's how I would feel about that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see
Projecting.
that. Okay, well, I come from a camp of people who I could personally skip over pretty much any song that Slipknot has that has an acoustic guitar in it. And you can just put that on a Stone Sour album, give me another fucking heavy riff like Neoforte, and I will be happier. Like,
Okay, so
I
you'd
want to
rather-
be punched in the face again rather than swooned.
See, that's kind of the vibe I was getting off of
It
listening
kinda-
to the song. I'm like, I like this because it's new to me, but
It does kind of kill the like traction you have going like, "Ugh."
It's
like
at least towards the
very
end of
like
the album,
yeah,
so-
which I mean those kinds of songs always are,
Yeah.
but like it kills that like marching forward heavy percussion,
which is why
fucking-
I didn't play it live at a big ass tour.
Yeah.
They might play it on
Not
Not
Fest.
Fest because they'll probably have a larger set list.
yeah, maybe.
But who knows?
Wait, hold on.
Actually, I think Setlist FM has the ability to look at a song and see when the last time
it was like
it was
live.
played, if I'm not mistaken.
That's kind of cool.
Let me double check on that. Anthony, is there any other songs you want to talk about while I'm doing some research?
Let's see.
Let's see. There's an artist called Snuff.
So like All Hope Is Gone, like both between the album name and then for the song, I just still remember back. I think it was me, you, Brandon, and Christian. We took like a picture, and it was like our All Hope Is Gone picture.
I remember that.
I fucking love that shit.
that.
But it was like spot on. Like it was like if we just had more people in the back like with us, it would have been that album cover.
We only had 12 more members.
Right.
in our band.
That and actually just more recently listening through the album more, like because I think Sulfur I think is that one of the ones that has a music video?
I think so.
So they got that one and Psychosocial. Just that music video is just like it just hits, just so good. That and it has this era was until recently my favorite of Corey Taylor's masks because I like and then one person described it as it's like a straitjacket for his face, and that's exactly what it is.
So by searching it, I found an article from this year that says these are the 33 songs Slipknot has never played live.
No way.
And they talk about the Slipknot version they know today with Corey Taylor has been playing since 1970. Wow. I can't read.
Slipknot really
1944?
originated the sound of metal in the 70s.
When they were listening to Boston. 1997 was what I was trying to say. But they've never played 33 of their songs live. And they
Crazy.
talk about it. Snuff is on with
So they've never
Say-
played Snuff live?
yeah, they're just
Interesting.
all
That
the
explains why I get to hear it.
yeah, holy crap. There's just a whole list of all the songs they never played. And they talk about their most played song and People Equal Shit.
You know what?
That's just like set Less FM has recorded.
Respect to them because A Day to Remember plays If It Means a Lot to You at
Every
every
show.
single fucking show. And it feels very fan pandering.
It's for all the girlfriends in the audience.
Yeah, and they even played it at this fucking festival, dude.
All right.
They played.
Oh, they were there?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
They opened up for Mudvayne and they fucking played If It Means a Lot to You, and I was like, is this a joke?
No, it's their song they're contractually obligated to play for all the girlfriends in the audience. That's why I respect that they've never played it, as you
Right.
said. But yeah. So
Respect, Corey Taylor.
other than Snuff on the album, I just I saw and I wanted to talk about fucking Psychosocial.
Psycho.
Definitely
great
my
music
favorite.
video,
Such
too.
my favorite. Music video's all right. My issue with it is I've seen it more cut with the Justin Bieber music
That's
video.
true.
I
That is
have
true.
watched that one way more proportionately than the other, so it kind of may
probably
have
have
tainted
too.
my thing of it. I see the flames and I just think of Justin Bieber, just like it's like, oh god. But yeah, love the music for that song though.
The Snuff music video is pretty good though.
Actually, I didn't see the Snuff music video in my watch through. I missed it on all my watches.
Pretty good video.
What goes on during it?
Essentially, it just has it's really. I feel like I need to know more about the lyrics for it to make sense. But he's kind of like going through, and it has like I'm assuming like the girlfriend, and then she's kind of like going through the house, like getting ready, like she's gonna go out. And he's like doing this whole thing like with the lyrics, and it's like they never actually interact with each other. But then as it goes on, like the second half, it's like he's like becomes her. It's like the weird thing where like he was her the whole time. It's like I don't completely understand it, but it's like the weird like it's just like him like being at like arm's reach but never interacting with her, and then as he's leaving, then he realizes like he was the girl the whole time. Is really weird, but it's a very artsy type of music video, so it's a lot different what they usually
Quickly
do.
looking at the articles that have been posted about it on his page, I can see why they never played it live. It's a super personal story, the reflection of stuff, a lot of Corey Taylor's past life and all that. So it's unlike It Means a Lot to You, where it's like just a love song. This is like a hardcore like personal song. So it's just like, yeah.
And then
I
there's
can see
this
the
one
difference.
YouTube comment, Snuff, because a song doesn't need to be heavy to be heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I'd have to say Psychosocial is my favorite one from this album.
So good.
Brandon, yours?
Psychosocial.
Psychosocial?
Absolutely.
It was Psychosocial, but as I've listened to them more, I've liked Snuff more.
Okay, I can respect that. So, yeah. Good album. That was the 2008. And then next is 5, which is .5, the Great Chapter.
Yeah.
Point
Great
5.
Chapter.
Yeah.
This is the first album to not have Joey or Paul Gray.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. to both of them.
Yeah. Yeesh.
We didn't. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, Paul Gray
It was
died
2010.
back in 2010, and Joey Jordanson just died like this year,
Mm-hmm.
But he was out of the band before that though, right?
2013, due to his
He
illness.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is exactly his illness? Is it mental or
It was
is it?
like a brain illness, if I remember.
Yeesh.
correct.
Yeah,
I think
because
it was something that was making it like painful for him to even play. Like he couldn't. It was interesting.
We're about to see.
We're about to drop some knowledge. But the track list from this, they're all pretty good, but I probably say my favorite would be Devil and I, just because I just like the theatrics of it. It's very well produced, and it's got a lot of good covers too, which I want to talk about one I forced you guys to watch.
It is Acute, Transverse, and Myelitis. He basically progressed with him starting, or he lost the use of his left leg.
That's it.
It's a neurological disease. It temporarily cost him the use of his legs and caused him to be unable to play drums before rehabilitation. He recovered with the aid of medical help and intensive work in a gym, and then he died in his sleep in 2021.
Was it from the disease? Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
didn't
pretty
say it was,
rough.
like drug related or anything.
Yeah. But yeah, so this one I didn't listen to a ton of it, to be honest. You guys?
I did. I think it's
5?
mainly because the playlist and then the music
Okay.
videos. Because there was for 19. Well, except if I do the Roman numerals correctly there.
No, it's 19X1X.
Yeah. So 19 AOV, The Devil and I. I really like Kill Pop. That one I actually.
Kill Pop's a good song.
It
Yeah,
kind of
I
grew on
remember
me
that one,
this
yeah.
these last 2 weeks.
I remember I was listening to it the other night, and I was like, it came on. I was like, fuck, I like this one. I looked. It's like Kill Pop.
The music video is really fun to watch too.
Yeah, I didn't watch the music video. I just saw the thumbnail. It's like a girl with black and white or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're like kind of like in like I don't even know what to describe where they're in. It almost seemed like a abandoned building. I
Yeah,
think
and
is
it
what it
was
was.
You
almost
mean
Rob
every-
Zombie-esque.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay. It's kind of like out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, most of their videos are kind of out there. Not.
Very much.
We'll get into some of the ones we talked about when we get to the music video portion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say Devil in the Eye is my favorite from this one. So
I think because of recently, like Devil and I was my favorite, but Kill Pop is probably my favorite now.
Probably Devil and I. I'm just gonna keep it basic.
keep it basic. Yeah. Well, I also so there was a video I was just randomly searching on YouTube, and I saw a video. It was 8-year-old covers Devil and I, and it had a fundraiser on it, and I was like, "What is
funny.
this?" So I click on it, and it's a fundraising music video by a music foundation, and they have like a dad with a bunch of kids in a garage leaving. It's like, "All right, kids, have fun at practice, but remember, no Slipknot. They closes the garage and they start doing a cover of The Devil and I with an 8-year-old singing the lyrics, which when you get to the like chorus, well, not chorus, I guess pre-chorus is the scariest part. With the, you and I, little like 8-year-old voice singing that, and it's like that's kind of creepy,
unsettling.
just a little unsettling. But no, it was just kind of a funny video I found. I was like, you guys got to watch this. I want to talk about it. It's just a funny, wholesome video.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then that brings us to the most recent album, which is the We Are Not Your Kind.
Love this album, actually. Really good god dang album.
Mm-hmm.
I would have bought it today along with this one, but it was $20 because it was new. So I was like, ew, yeah, I'll just buy the old one.
Did they have the album of it at all? Like the
No, they were. I
vinyl?
didn't have any vinyls. I was scrolling through. I went to Zia beforehand to see if I can grab something for us to put on display. And I was like, all right, metal, S's, oh, Slipknot. It was just empty. They had a lot of System of a Down. If I want to get their whole discography, they've got it all right there. Multiple copies of each, but not Slipknot. So yeah, I just ended up picking up a CD. So they had the first one used. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll get the first one. Yeah. But yeah, this one, freaking track list on it: Unsainted, Insert Coin, Neoforte, Solway Firth. I think that's how you pronounce that.
I like Liar's Funeral too.
Oh, All Out Life was a Japanese edition bonus track. Okay, they played that live, and I had to try and figure out what album that was from. It's from the Japanese bonus track of this album because it wasn't on Spotify. It was like its own thing on Spotify.
Yeah, it was just a single.
The single, so I was like really confused.
And that was just like a surprise thing. Like when I was reading, like when it came out, that they just like surprised everyone. Like, oh, here's a single on Halloween. Here you go.
Oh, nice. But yeah. Hey, Unsainted's 420. It's kind of funny. I'd probably say Unsainted is my favorite because it also checks another thing that I really like the metal songs to do is a freaking catchy sing-along part that they do for the intro. That second time I mentioned it, but it is such a good I'm surprised it's actually not the opening track to the album.
Right.
Because it was such an opening of a song.
I guess because Insert Coin isn't that just more like an intro song?
I don't remember.
I think so.
I thought
Yeah.
so.
I listened to a lot of it on shuffle, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
so yeah, it's a
know.
minute 38. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's an intro one. Yeah. So more or less,
Yeah.
like their first full song is that. So.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, yeah. Anthony, your favorites from it? Any highlights or anything?
I'm gonna be basic, and it's Unsainted.
Unsainted over
Neoforte is. I think it's just because it. Over time, I like Neoforte a little bit less if I listen to it too much, just because
it is long.
It can drag at parts. Like I guess for an actively listened song, I'd rather listen to Unsainted. Neoforte in the background.
Okay, I can respect that answer.
Neoforte.
But it's a close second though. I'm not saying it's like supremely better, but
I feel the other way.
Yeah.
Like I like like I said, I like the heavier Slipknot, and Unsainted's good, but then they hit that chorus and he's a little like I want to say it's like almost theatrical. Like
No,
with how
it is
the notes
definitely.
hit.
Even with the whole extra keys that's in the song.
Like it's still really catchy and I like it. It's just there's something about the way that the guitar, it's like just the instrumentals of Neoforte just hit me different.
It's a much more heavier of a riff song.
Yeah.
So.
then I think I just really like the contrast in songs.
Well, funny enough, these two biggest singles are kind of their biggest. Like they are a band that has mastered like the hardcore riff for the mashes and the more kind of like
The mashes?
the masses.
Monster Mash.
Well, I was trying to say masses and like mosh pitters together. It came out as that.
The moshers.
The mashes. The
mashes.
potatoes in the pit.
mashes. All my spuds in the pit, get wild.
Drop that butter.
No.
But and then they have like the more produced heavy metal songs, like the stuff like Unsainted, Psychosocial, all the stuff that I guess that one's a more riffy. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass half the time here. So
No, I get
Yeah.
you. Good.
favorite for me would be Unsainted. Yeah, we already went over that. Oh gosh. Yeah. So that was their most recent one. I was actually curious if they had released anything new, but it looks like Look Outside Your Window is an upcoming studio album.
Oh.
Its emphasis on experimentation and more melodic rock sound kept it classified as a separate body of work. Wait, what? Oh, it got postponed. Okay, makes sense. Okay, huh. So yeah, they're back on. They've done a couple recording sessions, but it looks like not everything got finished or everything shut down. So they're probably just touring, and they'll get back to it eventually.
Yeah.
Because now that everyone can sign up somewhat tour, you know.
Right.
The final thing I want to talk about is going to be their music videos. And, like, which ones were your guys' favorite that you watched? For me, the big ones I watched were, you know, Duality, Before I Forget, Psychosocial, Neoforte. I tried to watch as much as I could. I know you said you got to all of them. So I'll maybe let you take the lead on the music videos since you saw them all. Kind of know, like, which ones are the best and which ones kind of have funny moments. So I've got some notes from some of the ones I've watched, so.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, interesting enough, like, well, I guess not interesting enough, but they definitely, their production for them recently, like, compared to the older ones, like...
Went up in budget?
Well, I think that and just, like, the ideas they had, too. Like, I feel like they got more... They definitely got more theatrical with it, and there's, like, it feels like more of a story. Because, like, a lot of their older ones, they would have either a mashup of, like, them, like, live performing with, like Resident Evil was one of the music videos. They had that, like, scenes from Resident Evil throughout it, or, like, with The Boys, they had shots with that in one of them. I think there was, like, a third movie. I can't remember. But, like, they did a lot of that, or just, like, live
Where it was, like, kind of a tie-in type thing. Well, some of the earlier music videos that I wrote, like, is just, like, them playing in, like, a weird location with a bunch of people around them. They have a number of those videos where it's just kind of, like, more art housey, cool special effects, and, like...
That's what I noticed about their music videos is I kind of almost got tired of watching them because
that was
there
my issue
so many
too.
Performance videos. It's like, okay, yeah, like I get it. You guys are wearing the masks. It looked cool to watch you play, but like I could use a little bit more something going on.
Something artsy, which the most recent ones have done a lot more like.
Yeah. Not Neoforte, but...
Not Neoforte, yeah. You get the occasional just they're playing in a white room.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm talking... Like, I really like the song, but it's... Devil and I is a good video.
That and the freaking guitarist who's like in the cell, fucking ripped his face off, like his mask.
What the? I was not expecting that. I'm like, oh, he's gonna show his face.
Like that was fucking creepy.
I know, right? That fucking scene.
I was not ready for that. I'm like, you're already the scariest member, like looking in the band, and you did that. Too.
I want to talking about Mick.
You talk about Mick. Dude, iconic guitar, the 7 Ibanez.
We were talking about this at band practice the other day. I was just like, he can hold that mean mug the entire time. Just.
Right. Like, even when he came out
taking the beard
he was
down.
The first one that walked out, and he's just there, and he's not doing anything. Yeah, he's just looking around. It's like, that's why.
Okay,
that's why I told you, I'm like, it's even scarier in person than it is seeing on
video. Dude's like 8 foot tall.
He's a fucking
8 foot tall, 350 pounds of pure unit. Fucking metal.
He's been in a knife fight with his brother. This dude's a badass. True story, though.
Definitely an iconic member and scene of him ripping off his face. Right. God, and it must be like because they cut away from it a couple times. Like they must have like done one shot where he pulls it and then like cut to it back really. Like zoomed in, had to be a model that they could just rip apart or something. Like there's some type of cool special effect that they did real fast that my brain couldn't follow.
Watch it again because I don't quite remember it.
It's towards.
Well, then all of them like brutally died.
They all. That episode,
because they all died.
Yeah, like Clown. What I think
got
he hangs
ripped
himself.
apart.
Like, was it Clown that hung himself over the staircase?
Oh God, I don't remember. I'm not 100. Something that I feel very ashamed of. I haven't gotten all their names right 100% yet. I don't remember who's who 100% of the time. Yeah, and like, the fact that they've switched masks every album, give or take.
Well, hey, only 2 of them actually stay the same.
Yeah, exactly.
The 2 guitarists.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm trying to remember all their names.
I guess the bassist too, just like the new bassist.
The new bassist
after Paul's with his own influence.
Mm-hmm.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they have Jim Roots, the guitar, along with Mick Thompson. They have Corey Taylor on vocals. They have Jay is the new drummer. They have Sid. They have fucking what's his
both name? Percussionists.
Yeah, they have. Well, that's Clown and Tortilla Head. That used to be Chris Fenn, and then they have, what's it? It's a number. It's like
this is a band with 9 playing 1-3-3.
1-3 or 3
through. When your band has 9 members and they're constantly changing their faces and you're trying to cram this in a week, it gets really hard to put names to faces. Yeah, Jim like Roots, when I was watching it live, I'm like, how many members are there?
Right.
1-3-3.
1-3-3. Okay.
Yeah, Craig Jones 133.
Yeah.
Jay Weinberg is the drummer.
Yeah. Jim Root's was the other guitarist. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Jim Root and Mick Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Quick sidebar. Favorite Corey Taylor mask?
This new one.
I know, right? Anthony?
Fucking
The
sick.
original was the Psychosocial era.
Psychosocial. I like that
I
one.
like
That's
that
my
All
second.
Hope Is Gone, and they're
Yeah.
almost the same mask. Like
Yeah.
when you're looking at them, like
Mm-hmm.
just slightly different. But I like this new one because it's just like
It's more
It
so.
looks
Well, he
so
doesn't let his
real.
hair come
It's-
out too.
Yeah, he doesn't.
that's the
Yeah.
big
And it just
thing.
has the whole thing, like the brackets or whatever
Yep.
on the back. Yeah.
Yeah, his hair is shorter now than it was, so he's able to kind of get it all tied in there and have it. I call it like evil Jack Skellington out of Borderlands type thing.
Oh,
yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like. A little bit of like the Psycho from Borderlands
Hmm.
vibe going on in it. It's kind of funny that you pointed out his mask from like the late 2000s era was like the most disappointed
Yeah,
one.
the fans hated it, and I think he even modified it before the new one, and it's still just eh.
Yeah,
Like people had a lot of bad things to like critiques on it, and like I mean they're justified. It's just not that good.
Yeah.
Like it just
Oh yeah, there it is. Just ripping apart his face.
it's fucking brutal, man.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
I think like one of my
Also,
least
just watched Corey Taylor explode. Too.
Oh, yeah.
This video is so cool.
There's so much going on. I think probably one of my least favorite ones was the negative one, because I don't know who the girl is like in the video, but it just to me it's kind of just boring. There's like nothing really going on.
Yeah, just nothing to really talk about on it. So it's just like, eh.
Right. Because most of the other videos, because like for 19, I can't really remember what's going on, but I still feel like there's a little bit more going on. So it's like not. I don't remember it being too much better than negative.
It got a C. It passed.
Right,
It
exactly.
It did the job.
It didn't get a D.
But yeah, it's My Plague. That's a song that has, because like in the little thumbnail, you can see the
Yep.
liquor. So it has that. And then I think probably my favorite music videos. I want to say Wait and Bleed, just because my first one, but I'm not gonna be that guy.
You can be that guy. This is your opportunity to be that guy if you really want.
When I was like actually watching through them, because that was my original thought, I'm like, I'm not gonna like any of these more than this. Like maybe Psychosocial, but it's also because like that was one of the first, like that's probably the second music video I saw.
Yeah.
But then I remembered Vermilion, because that's like the most unique music video they have, because it has like the whole like where she's moving in real time and the whole world moving in like fast forward. It's just like whole.
May I say my favorite music videos?
Yes.
Before I forget.
What is the song?
Before I forget.
Oh.
No, but before you forget, what's the song?
Brandon, I wasn't ready for this bit. My brain can't handle it. You caught me so off that first. I was like, before.
It took me like a good half
It's
a
like,
second.
may I say
before
the name
got
of the
that.
song before I forget?
Now, if that's the video,
That's
I'm
the
thinking of,
video where they're all it's zoomed in on not their face.
Yeah,
they
all-
all don't have their masks.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you just like see their
It's
like
just
their
performance of
the
the
pedals,
bodies
the performance
and
of the
stuff.
bodies.
It is
And
a cool
it was funny
video.
because it was like it's just a performance video, but I just really just
Something about the artistic quality of just seeing that.
and that was probably one of the I'm gonna be that guy. I'm pretty sure that was the first music video I saw from them, and I know them as these weird dudes with masks. In this video,
Right.
they're not in it, but you don't get to see them. That's fucking cool.
When that was in that era too, where
So-
people didn't really know what they look like yet.
Not really,
Yeah,
because
because Corey Taylor was one of the I think one of the first ones, because Stone Sour.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and Jim Root, because Jim Root's in Stone Sour.
I don't think I knew
he's
that.
the lead guitarist, right?
I'm pretty sure.
That's what I thought.
So then he's so
Double check.
Did Corey
before I'm
Taylor
speaking
bring
on
him
my
over
ass, I'm
then?
pretty sure.
is that how that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then
Gotta say before I forget, my
right.
favorite music
I
video.
actually saw when I was going through because I went through the comments on most of the videos, or at least like the first
First
like,
top comments.
yeah. And then a lot, because like every video is like obviously they're like rest in peace for both like Paul and for I just blinked on his name.
It's okay. As I
Joey?
said, names are hard right now. There's like 15 members in this band every year, so
Jim Root was in Stone Sour.
okay, cool.
But yeah, but the two that have died, like in that before I forget, their masks are like in like together on one of the mic stands. I think it's a mic
shit.
stand. Like
yeah,
they're-
I know the shot you're talking
So like
about.
one of the people was like, it's like, oh, that shot just hits so different.
Oh,
And it's like, fuck.
my heart.
Right? It's like they had no way of knowing, but that just like.
That's rough, buddy. But yeah. You have a personal music video favorite?
It's either Before I Forget or Devil and I.
Devil
it's
and I?
one of the two. I liked that Devil and I video.
A lot went into that video. Two very different, and probably that one costs $500 and that one costs $20,000 or something.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It's just like,
but this one's all artsy. This one's theatrically, so it's like you got kind of your different ends of them. So
and the Before I Forget one reminds me of I forgot which fucking Periphery video it is, but it's one of those first Periphery videos.
Oh,
where
I know
they're
which one you're
playing
talking
in front
about.
of the stained wet glass, and you just see like their silhouettes through the glass, and they're playing. It reminds me of that.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the name of the video.
I'll do some research while Anthony
I'm
talks.
sorry, every Periphery fan ever. You're screaming at me right now, and I should know the song, and I'm ashamed.
That was me screaming.
I'm trying to think. I think I can't remember. Was it Unsainted? It was the one where it had it where they had like the white, like just like in a white room, and they were all just like headbanging together.
Oh, and that was
Neoforte.
That was
That was
Neoforte.
I actually really
it's funny
like that.
you said you didn't like that music video.
As
Hey,
a whole, I don't.
different taste for different
But that
folks,
specific
so.
part I really liked. I think it just because I still like that. Think back to the era because like we were like all in that type of band where like the whole crabcore or like the whole band just doing like headbanging together. I just like that, and just like seeing all the percussionists freaking just headbanging over their like little setups that they have there.
Going really far back in Periphery's videos, you get some weird shit.
Right?
Like
I was about to say, actually, none of Periphery's music videos
Icarus
are on their
Lives.
channel.
Oh yeah, of course.
Thank God. Yes. But it reminds me of that. Like,
Yeah, I totally get that. Now that I think about
Oh,
it.
yep, I see it right there. Yep. Okay.
yes.
Nice.
Solid song.
Do you have any final thoughts about the Slipknot?
The naughtiest
The
of
naughtiest of
slips.
slips? No Slipknot. It's just a random thing.
I push my fingers into my ass.
I've been saying that. Hey. Not twice in the same episode.
I didn't even acknowledge it because I knew he was gonna fucking do it.
I know, but I couldn't let it sit a second time.
Nope.
But yeah.
How dare you, sir?
They're trying to police me on here. You guys
Alright,
are the
for your-
cops.
What was it?
These two are the cops.
God, what was the Avengers Ultron thing where they made fun of Steve Rogers? What'd they call him? The police, because he was like, "Hey, no swearing."
Oh, I don't remember.
I did,
but yeah, they were
until What If
clowning
if Age of Ultron didn't mean a lot, and now they made Ultron
True.
badass again. So go watch What If you hasn't. This is also coming out like 3 weeks later than today, so it's already over.
Yeah, What If is bomb.
But yeah, that's about all I've got for Slipknot, guys.
So I got one more thing.
Yeah, one more thing. Okay, cool.
It's for his mask. Like, well, I guess. What was your? Did we say what our least favorite mask was, or just our favorite?
I really only know the 3 major ones. How many has he had total?
Like
6 or 7?
No, it was like 9.
8 or 9, yeah.
All right, there's a lot that I do not know. Then I saw like a progression and only had like 4 photos on it. It's like, oh no, thought there's only like 4 masks. And then I miss a lot of the early music videos. I bet I missed a lot of the earlier ones. So I'm gonna say, like my.
I think there was like a thing, because like I think the one that's like
It was the one.
dreadlocks,
It was
like,
the last one that he had. For me, I
That
hate
was really
this. I
favorite.
hate this fucking mask.
I think
That one?
it's
The
dreadlock one, is that from the very, very early stuff?
I'm pretty sure.
well,
Yeah.
the one that I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Mine's
you're
from
talking about like the one that like
Neoforte.
the
Yeah,
whole fan
that
base
one.
hated. Yeah.
You mean like Fat Michael Myers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why? Why did they do that?
I gotta say, I don't like that one. I also don't like the.
Corey Taylor's not a big dude. Like this made him look fucking.
Well, you don't like the straight jacket one?
No, this one.
Yeah. Yeah, this one I don't with the dreads.
That's the original one.
Was it?
Yeah,
That makes sense. It's very 90s.
It doesn't. I think for me.
Oh
they're-
shit!
they're
Yeah, that
both-
is right there.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think for me it's those two. Like they're pretty much hand in hand. I don't like either one of them.
That's also not a very flattering photo.
I know, right? But that's just it. Like the design of it made his face look so fat. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
don't. Why do they do?
Well, that's why
that?
in most of the videos you end up wearing like big ass clothes and shit like that.
Mhm.
New Jack Skellington one's fucking
It's
dope.
so good.
So cool.
Yeah, so I think I'm good with that.
Cool. All right,
Okay.
thanks for everyone for listening. You can find us at the Saturday Boys Pod on basically everything. I'm over on. I'll be posting on Instagram a little bit. I am going to be doing a little bit of drawing this month because
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Inktober-ish. Probably do try to do 2-3 drawings a week. I'm not going to do every day. I don't have the schedule for that. But yeah, I'll be doing that. So this will be coming out halfway through October. So I hopefully should have something up by now. So yeah, I'm Nick Benz 9001, and I will keep it that way for a while.
No, I'm
Running joke.
Concise Koala. And then for this month, I'm actually, instead of playing Dark Souls, I'm playing 3 different spooky games, maybe a 4th, depending on how fast I make it through the games.
Nice, exciting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. I missed you streaming when you were gone. I was like, ah.
Oh.
Brandon?
I'm at Pickled Brandon on everything. And I have music coming out for end credits this month. So
I know, right?
The album comes out. So, yeah.
So excited.
I might pop into a stream with Anthony. We'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for everyone stopping by. I actually finished my drink this time. It was super delicious. I know, right? I'm still dropping damn coasters. These things are starting to show their age. They've got a lot of watermarks on them.
Yeah, catch us with new coasters coming in the next month.
Thanks, everyone, for listening, and cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Twinkies, empty glasses.
Thank you.
Oh.